So, welcome to this TSC number 43, and we start checking if we have the quorum of the board. I can see participation from TIM, Orange, Deutsche Telekom, Vodafone, Ericsson. I don't see from Telefonica or Nokia, but in any case, we have the quorum if we need, in case we need any vote. And then I see other participants from Open Nebula, Red Hat, White Stack, Canonical, and I don't know if I forgot other participant. It seems not. So please remind that we are following the Linux Foundation policies that you can find them in this link. And the next TSC will be in 2 weeks on the 4th of December. So as a general news, the next during the next TSC, we will focus on the results of the POC activities on host-based routing. And I think it will be interesting to have the result of this activity, to share the result of these activities. I don't have specific information from the board to be shared. I don't know if Guillaume or the other participant to the board have anything from the last board.
No, not on my side.
Okay. Regarding the governance, well, one news is that the election period for the TSC co-chair has been closed. There were only 2 candidates, so myself and Guillaume, and so without any formal election, we have been re-elected as TSC chair for the next year. I think we don't have other general information. I don't know if you have any question before starting the update from the working groups.
Yeah, sorry, I forget, when you on the direct fund information sharing, we discussed during last occurrence about a potential Sylva Dev Day. So it's not clear, it has not been defined when, but it's a peak we should decide soon at this board and to propose to the TSC and inform the TSC.
Yes, you're right.
And for example, one idea is to try to capitalize on the code, but not overlapping the cloud native telco days and so on.
Vuk, do you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to ask or to confirm for the next week or for the next TSC, we are going to present the results. I had the idea to invite the colleagues who've been driving the POC to present that. Is that fine to have them as a guest?
Yes, sure.
Okay, good. Then I'll just share the TSC invitation to them.
Okay,
and will inform who's going to join.
Okay. And if you can give us also an idea of the time slot that is needed for the presentation of the results.
Yes, I'll do that. I think might be with a discussion at least 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. I think it's fine. Okay, if there are no other general topics, I think we can move to the first working group, the working group 1. So I leave the floor to Mathieu.
Thank you, Carlo. Just to announce that Sylva v1.2 is about to be tagged. We have one remaining merge request that is under test. As soon as pipelines are ready, we merge it, of course, and we tag Sylva v1.2. So it's a matter of hour. And then we can focus. So we had to postpone few other merge requests that still would be interesting to have before moving to v1.3. So we may tag a new v1.2.1 in the coming days if we manage to find some solutions for the issues those merge requests are addressing. Anyway, we will in parallel start working on v1.3, which is about adopting Kubernetes 1.30, Longhorn 1.7, and we keep planning this release to be ready for beginning of December.
Okay, so you are saying that there will be before the 1.3 probably another intermediate release just in a few days after the 1.2.
Yeah. If we manage to have some merge requests that are very interesting for migrating from v1.2 to v1.3, if we manage to have them ready before v1.3, we will probably tag a new v1.2.1 version of Sylva.
Okay. Any question or comment for work group 1?
On the version 1.3, it has been decided at the workgroup 1 level if you will have a stable branch since this version.
Yep. This is one thing we'd like to start to work on with v1.3. We will have a stable branch for v1.3 release, where we will backport some fixes that would land into the main branch, especially patches with regard to bug fixing of v1.3 or with regard to security issues in order to have a v1.3 stable for going to production. And we will keep testing v1.3.x upgrades to v1.4 or to main.
Okay. Thank you, Mathieu. We can move to workgroup 2. I don't know if Luis is not connected. I don't know if there is anyone from workgroup 2. Otherwise, we can just read the updates that Luis inserted. So new workload validated for the virtual router of 6Wind in Telefonica 2. that is the first workload validated both in bare metal and on YAS environment. And there are other 4 workload in backlog. There has been yesterday during Workgroup 1 a presentation from Workgroup 2 on the configuration to use SRIOV in the OpenStack environment. And there is a work in adding open container following the experience from 6Wind. And the planned activities is to document the SRIOV in OpenStack, complete the backlog validations, and incorporate the validation step of the artifact to identify the infra requirement for a workload. Is there any comment on the Workgroup 2 activities? If not, we can move to Workgroup 3.
Hello.
Mihai.
Yeah, sorry, I just joined. Apologies for not being able to update the page. I'll do it afterwards. Okay, so what we are working on is finalizing the final version of the Sylva security guidelines. We have worked to create some of the guidelines to be more testable as required by working group 2 to also have some sort of validating that these requirements actually can be implemented and to check them. We are nearly done. So in the next TSC, we will provide the final version of the document and we will request a vote for it. I will send the final version of it the beginning of next week, such that for the people who have the voting rights have enough time to read it before proceeding with the vote. And another thing which we have been working on the security working group is that we had a meeting with FBK, which is Fondazione Bruno Kelser. FBK is a research institution which is working on different fields of technology. One of them is related to cybersecurity. And in the meeting, what we discovered as a potential point of cooperation is that they are doing research on using AI to detect anomalies inside various virtual infrastructures and in containers. We at the current status, let's say, and the discussions in the working group were that it would be interesting to go into this direction and to see if we can use the research and what are they using as an AI model and what they are using in terms of creating anomalies on Sylva's monitoring stack. Not monitoring, sorry, logging stack, because as you know, we do have quite a lot of logs which we have open in Sylva, but sometimes the pain point is the fact that we do not know exactly how to use them and how to interpret them. And the idea would be that maybe we can use their research and what they are doing to help us with analyzing the logs for certain security events. So that would be the next steps for our meetings. And I will do the update of the wiki right after. That's all.
Okay. Thanks, Mihai. Any question or comment for workgroup 3? If not, then let's move to workgroup 4 on sustainability.
Thank you, Carlo. So in the last meeting, the work group 4 has discussed what has been made during the mini summits, mini workshop with RC, FV. So some of the follow-up we had from there is to have a POC plan on what we have done in this working group. So we submitted this green scheduler as the RC POC plan as the next step to see if we can create the collaboration to using the ground truth from work group 4 to sustain the industrial standardization processes that actually is creating. The next step is for the green dashboard that the Orange has been working on. We plan to have a demo session in the next deep dive meeting. So the demo session will consist of the edge clusters and the central dashboards integration. Once that happens, we will have a better ideas what we can use in that demo. Potentially, we will submit the green dashboard as a cloud native telco day session in London next April. So that's what we have in the last meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Wamin. Do you plan to have a presentation or a demo of the green dashboard inside Sylva before the possible presentation at QCon?
Yeah, definitely. We will ask for that.
And on my side, I have the same question on the green scheduler. If we can do a little demo at the TSC level.
Mm-hmm.
So green dashboard or green scheduler?
Both. Carlo was asking for green dashboard, but as far as I'm concerned, I know green dashboard, so I see no demo currently on green scheduler, so
okay.
This is my interest, but I assume other participants can have this interest also.
Okay.
I think maybe it could be a good topic to have these two demos, maybe not in the next TSC where we will focus on HBR, but in the following one or during this year or the first one in next year, we will have to see how many TSC we will have before the end of the year. But in one of the next TSC, it would be really interesting to have this demo in TSC.
Yeah, that sounds good idea.
Any question, other question or comment for workgroup 4? If not, let's move to workgroup 5. I don't know who will present.
I don't know.
Nicolas?
We don't know if Andre is there. If not, then we can cover with Julie.
Andre is not here.
Andre is not here. So let's.
Okay, I can do it. So basically, last week, I think, or at the last TSC, we told you about the press release we were going to do. Actually, we still are at the point where we are rereading the contribution of everyone. So the press release is not done yet. Actually, we want to couple this press release with our newsletter, which should be sent before the 15th of December. Why this date? Because everyone is leaving after this date around the world for the Christmas holidays. So if we want to be read, we need to send it before this date. So actually, the newsletter will be referring to the press release, and the press release will maybe be referring to the newsletter. And we have more subjects that we want to talk about. First, a new version of Sylva, which would be released. Second, the guidelines of Sylva, how we see Sylva in the future. I think this is what you are working on currently.
Yeah, it's a white paper that is. I think we finalized the drafting at the governing board level. We finalized the drafting of what we call the longer term vision for the Sylva project. So 2026 and beyond, and it should be published somewhere, let's say somewhere in December. Okay. So one of the questions was, do we make a press release to announce both the new release and this strategy document, white paper? And I think we are aiming towards doing a press release for the new release of Sylva, just to make it faster and to have more visibility, as Julie was saying, before everybody goes on holidays in December or early December for North America. So that's for the communications. And then regarding the events, there is a demo being prepared for the KubeCon in April. So I think it's with Workgroup 4 and Workgroup 1. Okay, so the demos are listed there. So currently under preparation. And there is still another work ongoing is with the governing board to identify which events we will participate in 2025, either for one or several mini summits, and the organization of the Sylva Dev Day, as mentioned by Guillaume, which is not finalized yet. Either we have to decide whether we attach it to an official and public event, or if it's not really possible, then we will make a standalone Sylva Dev Day hosted by maybe one of the member of the project. I don't know if there are questions.
Any question for Workgroup 5?
No, it's more additional comments on the different proposal for the CFP. Perhaps we can have a quick review on what has been done. Wamin, on your side, I don't know if you have already submitted, and are you alone, or are you doing this presentation with other partners?
So I would love to have Remy and Praveen to have this green dashboard and green scheduler presentation. So I will definitely help them with the abstracts and the overall submission. But the actual presenter will be Remy or Praveen based on projects. Okay.
So it's on Red Hat side for both speakers.
So Remy and Praveen are on Orange side.
Yeah.
Remy Bars, sorry. Yes, I know Remy.
Sorry, okay. My French is really bad, so I could not get his name right.
Yeah. Okay. So it's for Orange, and on the Workgroup 1, we have this tutorial proposal from Red Hat. I don't know, Andrew, if you want to say a word. You are connected.
Yep. Yeah. No. That works. We've been spinning around with this idea in Working Group 1. Currently, there's some logistical things that we're trying to deal with in terms of funding for back-end systems, but in a pivot, if we wanted to pivot this to away from a hands-on tutorial to a standard session, we will be limited to only 2 speakers unless one of the speakers is a gender diverse speaker. Then we could go up to 3. But that is the details that we're trying to work around and figure out what the best road forward here is to see if there's something within working group 1 that we can present.
We must find a gender diverse.
If you want to go to 3 speakers.
Correct.
Oh, not sure we have someone like that. Yeah, I got in touch with Naomi about that. She's telling that I'm not sure she's fully aware or in contact with people from CNCF. She's telling that we can still submit a talk for 3 that can be considered as a panel.
It's the same rules. For the panel, you need to have a diverse participation.
Yeah, so for a demo, right, to have 3, that's the criteria. We could go for a panel discussion, but I think the general feeling is that panel discussion really wouldn't have that same impact, right, that showing the community together would have.
So we are speaking about 3 participants because you will participate, Andrew, I assume. Who are the other participants? Is it clear?
So what we were pitching was Red Hat, SUSE, and Orange. You know, to be the main drivers there, but yeah, all malleable depending on how we want to support this, if we even want to continue with it. So
okay.
Yeah, I just want to mention that please, if you have any kind of additional feedback, just go to the link that is relevant here. Yeah.
Thanks.
If something is not clear enough.
Okay. So Thomas is not connected, but we can say a word, Thomas. So on the proposition of Thomas and control plane.
Thomas connected, you said?
No, he's not connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's just a proposition with Stéphane Prodan from Control Plane of how we are dealing with weird situations or with the orchestration part of Sylva. How do we overcome difficulties that we may have with regard to how to orchestrate the different units we have, the different components that compose a Sylva cluster, thanks to Flux and what Flux CD bring us to us, and what Flux CD is going to propose as evolutions to enhance our product. So it's more focusing on our usage of Flux CDs than on Sylva, but of course there will be an introduction of what is Sylva and why we need such a Flux CD solution in the heart of the product.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And so Francesco is also online. I don't know, Francesco.
Yeah, right here, Jan.
Okay.
Yeah, very happy to work on that with you.
Okay. And the last current proposal, so if you have others, don't hesitate to share. It's about having a general presentation about Sylva, and then having a demo on GitHub's implementation on the deployment of clusters, but also on the lifecycle management of the network functions. And I will apply to the telco day. I'm actually recruiting a network functions vendor. So I'm in touch with one of them, but if it's not working, I will pass to another one. And another topic concerning the Cloud Native Day, the Telco Cloud Native Day. I will be on the program committee this year. Perhaps Vuk, you are also part of it. I don't remember, sorry. But for sure, we'll have open discussion also on Sylva, so don't hesitate to apply for CFP to this instance. The committee directed by Nokia is waiting for Sylva presentation on this audience. Sorry, Nicolas and Julie, it was but it was the opportunity for us to synchronize on this event.
I think that's intense, no problem.
Just a question. All these demos presentation will be proposed for the Telco Day at QCOM or for the conference?
Yeah, good question. Only the last one is for the Telco Cloud Native Days. The others are for the general. So, and yeah, good question, Carlo, because definitely I think it will be easier to have a accepted talk to the Telco Day.
Mm-hmm.
Just an advice.
Yes, I was just wondering if how many possibilities there are there for normal papers proposed for the conference. But if we are confident, we can try. Okay, any other comment, question for Workgroup 5?
I guess just to follow on your last question there, how many do we want to possibly pitch for Telco Day out of Sylva? Do we want to have just a certain small count, or do we just want to pepper them with as many as we can think of?
I cannot anticipate how many can be validated, but 2 or 3, yeah, I will not be surprised that 2 or 3 CFP, if the thematic is relevant, can be accepted.
Okay.
But I will ping also Luis, because I think definitely the validation center can be also a very good topic for that kind of audience who is waiting for feedback of integration and so on. So yeah. But there's a boom for others. Huh? Don't hesitate.
Okay.
Well, for the talk we are talking about, Andrew, for the first ones listed by the Workgroup 1, so we must come to a conclusion pretty soon. We must submit the talk before the end of the week.
Yeah, is it the 24th, I think?
Mm.
So yeah, we'll take it to Slack and do a final decision there.
You got in touch with the event team about the possibility to have 3 instead of 2, or
yeah, that was just the 3 would only be if we had a gender diverse speaker. So 2 otherwise if we pivot.
It's a strict rule.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
So the deadline for the presentation of the papers is this week for both the KubeCon and also the Telco Day.
No, it's the 4th of December.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it,
okay.
Francesco.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I think we can move to the last work group. The new one, work group 6. Morgan is not here today. I don't know if there is anybody who participated to the meeting.
We participated with Francesco. I don't know for others. So we can give this quick feedback. So we had a demonstration during last meeting about about Netbox operator and for the future occurrence, there are two topics. One for SDC to manage the X configuration, so it's a topic proposed by Swisscoms, and the other topics it's the new features on Flux CD with Flux operators. So I don't know, Francesco, if it's Stefan who will manage the demo.
Yes, indeed. He will be joining on the early December. I think it's on the, is it the 5th? But
Yes.
yeah, the first session in December. And we will be providing a demo about Flux Operator. Of course, we will be working closely with Morgan from now to that day to make sure the demo is as useful as possible, depending on the, on the use cases of the attendees. Because of course, the Flux Operator can provide different value to different verticals, depending on the workload that are being deployed and the Flux instances, how they're configured. So yeah, it will be a very tailored presentation, hopefully useful.
Okay, thanks. Any further comment on Workgroup 6? If not, then I think we complete the agenda for today. Is there any other point that we can discuss?
Yeah, just one point here from us from the Ericsson side. I will hand over the TSC membership to Rehab. She has been the last two meetings already listening in, but now being the active member from December onwards.
So Rehab will be the new
Ericsson.
member. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So welcome, Rehab, and thank you, Norbert, for your participation.
I think that hello, Rehab. I think you are already the alternative.
Exactly. Yeah. Now I was sort of substituting her in the last year, but now she's back.
Okay. So you're welcome. And Norbert or Rehab, if you have a new alternate, or Norbert, you are becoming the alternate, we can manage to update the governance also.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yes.
Yeah. So come back to us when it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there are no other things, I think we can close now a bit in advance. So thank you all and see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye. Good
See
night.
you. Bye.